Hi, everybody. This is Heather Whistler again with United Country. Welcome back to my channel. I have been thinking a little bit of how to help sellers. I've done a few videos on buyer agency and different documents that help buyers, but I got to thinking maybe I should give a shout out to some sellers because I do enjoy working with you all as well. I feel like there's three major things that can be discussed that kind of float to the top of importance, if you will, things that need to be considered with listing a home and keeping your competitive edge. Those three things are price, presentation, and documentation. And I've tried to think about how to keep this brief because I know if I talk longer than 3 or 4 minutes, y'all are going to just check out. But it's very hard to do so because there's like so many layers, to each subject. But in keeping in brevity, price is very important. I know you think that's so obvious, but there is a lot to that. There's comps and there's your competition. So keep that in mind. And of course, if you would like some details concerning what I mean about that, which I hope you do, please reach out to me and we'll go over some more details on that. Presentation is very important. Again, you would say, oh, that's obvious. But just making sure that your grass is cut and that your door looks clean and inviting. You don't have, bees and spider webs everywhere, that you have very easy access to the home, and everything looks in good order. And then once you get inside the home, making sure that everything is neat and clean and smells good. That's very important. I have had clients walk out as soon as they walked in because they couldn't deal with a particular odor. Same with curb appeal. Couldn't even get in the front door because they didn't like what they saw on the outside. So yes, this is obvious, but sometimes we need these reminders that it's very, very important to keep that in mind. Documentation, to me, is one of the most important things. This is your residential property disclosure statement being filled out in as great a detail as you can possibly do. And of course, if you don't know what that form is, and you're a for sale by owner or you're just beginning to think about listing, again, reach out to me. I would be more than happy to provide that form for you so you know what would be expected of you when the time comes. And then, of course, other documents that are extremely helpful are surveys and your septic repair report. So like where people, sometimes they're going to want to put a pool in or build a garage or something like that. They need to know where those lines are, where the tank is. If you're by the water, you might have an elevation certificate. And then being able to document what things cost to maintain the home. So people are not just going to have the mortgage payment. They need to know what the insurance is going to cost. They need to know what the utilities are going to be. And what types of utilities they have access to. If it's way out in the country, they may not be able to have internet. That is typical of an internet company. They might have to have satellite-based internet. So being able to document these things, even trash pickup, how much that costs every month if you're not in city limits, is extremely helpful, and it helps you to stand out. You can make sure that your realtor has this information in the file. Some of it can be put on your listing and attached for other realtors to pull up. And you could even take it a step further and make sure that people who tour your home have access to it. You could put together your own little binder and leave it on the breakfast bar, leave it on the dining room table, somewhere obvious. That would grab some attention. And if you live in a historic home, maybe including some interesting facts of history about your home, providing some beautiful pictures at sunset or some when the tree was in perfect bloom in the spring and we're there in January when it's freezing cold and no foliage. It's just really nice personal touches that helps to keep your house fresh in the minds of the buyers. Buyers often see more than one. They've usually seen 5 or 6 the same day that they've seen yours. So, what can you do to make your house stand out among the rest? This, of course, is just scratching the surface of all the wonderful things that can be done. I have lots of ideas that are proven to work, and I would love to be able to share them with you. So if you want to give me a shout out and talk with me or email me, my website is heatherwhistler.com, and you're going to have a little spot there for you to fill in some contact information, and I will be sure and get back with you right away. So I hope you enjoyed this little educational video, and I hope that I hear from you.